Kuba, on the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting, the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting are expected to be in Washington, D.C. for the inaugural ceremony of President Trump. If I have any further update on the specific meetings, we'll surely share with you. On President Putin's visit, yes, this year we have to host the annual summit in India, as is the practice. Each year we have annual summit with Russia, once in Moscow or in Russia, any other city, and in the following year in India. So this year we have to host it. Those dates will be worked out through diplomatic channels, and we will then, when these dates are firmed, we'll let you know as to when we'll be having this annual summit here in India. Srinjoy, regarding your question on investigation, my understanding is that he's an American national. So whatever investigation has to happen, and the American authorities, I guess, are undertaking those investigations. He's a person of Indian origin, but I think he's an American national.
His parents have asked.
Okay. I mean, he's a member of the diaspora, but he's an American national. When you're an American national, American laws and American government has to take responsibility of the investigation. Elena, your question regarding possibility of meeting between two leaders. Yes, I mean, two leaders that you mentioned, they are, it is for them to decide to meet and where to meet, etc. So that is how I will answer your question. Livia, on India-Cuba ties, yes, this year we are celebrating 65th anniversary of India-Cuba relations. We have very warm and friendly ties with your country. We want to continue to build. In recent times, you would have seen that we have engaged on several fronts, including on development cooperation, humanitarian assistance, and we want to continue to build on each and every segment of our engagement, science, technology, sports. Sports is an important collaboration between India and Cuba, and several other aspects of a bilateral relationship. On the other question regarding the announcement by the United States, we feel that anything that helps in building or bringing peace and prosperity, anything that helps in building communities, societies, and countries and their prosperity is helpful for all of us. Can we go to more questions? Shivam?
Hi, sir. Shivam from Reuters. I have two questions. Our foreign secretary met the Taliban delegation recently, and I just want to understand: are we in the future? Are we going to see more engagement with Taliban, and are we planning to enhance our diplomatic presence in Kabul? He also mentioned that India stands ready to support in terms of development projects. What could these development projects be? Secondly, there are reports that some Chinese delegates participating in an auto expo in Delhi have not received visas. I just wanted to...
Chinese, you said?
Chinese delegates participating in an auto expo in Delhi have not received some visas. Just wanted to check if that is the case. And our army chief also said that there's a degree of standoff still persists along the border. Just wanted to understand what the foreign ministry is thinking on those lines.
Okay. Arjuna.
नमस्कार, मैं सर्जना शर्मा सनमार्ग से हूँ। अभी जब भारत और चीन के विदेश मंत्रियों की बैठक में तय हुआ था कि कैलाश मानसरोवर यात्रा फिर से शुरू होगी, जब ये यात्रा चलती थी तो जनवरी एंड या फरवरी में विज्ञापन आ जाता था आवेदन मांगने के लिए। तो इस दिशा में कोई प्रगति हो रही है दोनों तरफ से, या क्या तैयारियां हो रही?
नीरज
सर नमस्कार, मैं नीरज दुबे प्रभात साक्षी से। ठीक पाकिस्तान ने भारतीय रक्षा मंत्री और सेनाध्यक्ष के बयान को भ्रामक बताया है, उसकी आलोचना की है और साथ ही कहा है कि भारतीय सेना का बयान दर्शाता है कि उसका अत्यधिक राजनीतिकरण हो चुका है।
Also, we have had engagements at Joint Secretary level, and several of them in the past year or so. This was the highest level of engagement that we've had, and we have clearly spelled out that we want to do more to offer humanitarian assistance, and also to engage with the with the people of Afghanistan on development cooperation. And both these counts, we want to continue to build on what we are doing there, to strengthen our long-standing relationship with the people of Afghanistan. We also want to do more on sports, and you would have seen there are several cricket players from Afghanistan who play here in IPL. Greater Noida, or one of the places, also happens to be the home ground. So all these are areas where we want to build our relations, so that we can bring more benefit of our approach, of our humanitarian assistance, of our engagement on development cooperation front that we have with Afghanistan. काबुल में हमारा टेक्निकल मिशन कई सालों से चल रहा है। सरकारी स्तर पर जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी लेवल पर हमारी बात चलती रही है, और अभी कुछ दिन पहले हमारे विदेश सचिव, जो उनके एक्टिंग फॉरेन मिनिस्टर, उनसे बातचीत की दुबई में। इस मीटिंग के बारे में विस्तृत रूप में आपको प्रेस विज्ञप्ति के माध्यम से जानकारी दी गई। उस प्रेस विज्ञप्ति में हमें बताया कि ह्यूमैनिटेरियन असिस्टेंस, जहाँ तक मानवता के आधार पर उनको सहायता प्रदान करने की बात है, हम लोग पिछले सालों में करते आए हैं। चाहे दवाई की बात हो, चाहे खाद्यान्न की बात हो, खाने पीने चीज़ों की बात हो, गेहूं की बात हो, और उसके अलावा हम लोग डेवलपमेंट कोऑपरेशन के मामले में भी वहाँ के लोगों को मदद करना चाहते हैं। पहले भी हमारी डेवलपमेंट कोऑपरेशन काफ़ी अच्छी रही। तो इन दोनों मुद्दों पर, और इसके अलावा खेल के क्षेत्र में, और उनके सरकार की तरफ से जो रिक्वेस्ट आया है कि हेल्थ सेक्टर के क्षेत्र में, इन सभी क्षेत्रों पे हम काम करना चाहते हैं, और ताकि वहाँ के लोगों को के लिए हम बेहतर, उनके जीवन के लिए, उनकी आने वाले दिनों के लिए और बेहतर काम कर सके। Regarding visa matters are dealt with established guidelines, so I don't want to go into details, but visas are being issued to people as per established norms and guidelines. On the standoff part, on that I would like to clarify. You said that there seems to be a gap. The army chief talked about a standoff, and whereas we had made a statement that giving our position that regarding disengagement, etc. So we do not see any contradiction between what the army chief has said and the position that we have taken. And the position here, I would refer to the position taken by External Affairs Minister in the Parliament. EM had made the position very clear in regard to disengagement. Where the October 21st understanding is concerned, our objective has been to ensure patrolling, as in the past, to the relevant patrolling points, as well as resumption of grazing by our civilians as per long-standing practice. This is indeed what we have agreed upon in regard to Depsang and Demchok. The terms of the disengagement agreements reached prior to 21st October 2024 continue to hold in relevant areas in eastern Ladakh. In addition, External Affairs Minister had also underlined that the task of de-escalation remains to be addressed. So if you take these issues into account, you would realize that there is absolutely no contradiction between the positions taken. सर्जना जी, कैलाश मानसरोवर यात्रा के बारे में पहले भी बात हुई है। हम लोगों ने बताया है कि इस पर चीन से हमारी बातचीत चल रही है, और जब समझौता तय होगा कि कब इस यात्रा को शुरू करना है, तो उसके बारे में फिर आपको हम विस्तृत रूप में जानकारी प्रदान करेंगे। नीरज, रक्षा मंत्री ने जो बात कही, और हम लोगों ने आज तक जो पोजीशन लिया है हमारे पड़ोसी मुल्क से जो हमारे रिश्ते हैं उसके बारे में, उसमें हमको कोई दुविधा नहीं होनी चाहिए कि वहाँ से जो फैलता हुआ आतंकवाद हमारे यहाँ आता है, यहाँ वहाँ से कहीं और जाता है, वो पूरे दुनिया के लिए एक खतरा का रूप है। और हम लोग एक बार फिर से आह्वान करेंगे कि वहाँ की सरकार को क्रॉस बॉर्डर टेररिज्म को बंद करे। Then we had a question, Manas, regarding 3 entities which have been taken off the entity list. These 3 entities happen to be Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Energy Research. The other one is Bhabha Atomic Research Center, and then Indian Rare Earths Limited. It is a welcome step. These were in the entity list of the US for several years now. With this action by the US government, it will lead to greater collaboration between India and the United States in the field of nuclear energy, in the field of clean energy, and also in the field of critical minerals. Some of these elements are also part of ISET conversation that we have with the United States. So it's a welcome step, and we look forward to doing more with the United States in these areas that I mentioned. So these are steps which will now be discussed. It will open up new avenues of collaboration in civil nuclear field, and hopefully the questions about liability, etc., that you're talking about will also be discussed and taken forward. Neeraj, आपने कनाडा के बारे में, कनाडा के साथ वहाँ पर कनाडा के अंदर कुछ राजनीतिक गतिविधियां चल रही हैं। हम लोग उस पर लगातार नज़र बनाए हुए हैं, और हमारी आशा ये है कि जो ये रिश्ते हैं भारत और कनाडा के बीच, बड़े गहरे रिश्ते हैं। आर्थिक रिश्ता हमारा बहुत मजबूत है। हमारे लोग, भारतीय समुदाय के लोग वहाँ बहुत रहते हैं। हमारे विद्यार्थी वर्ग के लोग, स्टूडेंट वर्ग के लोग वहाँ कॉलेजों में पढ़ते हैं, और उसके अलावा भी अन्य तरीक़ों का कोलैबोरेशन, साझेदारी भारत और कनाडा के बीच में चलता रहा है। हमारी आशा है कि इस साझेदारी को फिर से हम बरकरार करें और इसको फिर से मजबूत करें। उस दिशा में जो भी पहल होगा उसको हम स्वागत करते हैं। अजय।
Sir, good evening. I am Ajay Banerjee with the Tribune. Sir, could you please clarify on the Russian people, 16 people who are missing in Russia? One, have you informed the families of those people, the 16 people? And sir, I have a question on the recent incident in the South China Sea. An Indian Coast Guard vessel was trailed dangerously by the Chinese Coast Guard. Have we taken up the matter with the Chinese since we speak about the open, free, open and inclusive Indo-Pacific, sir?
Okay. Gautam.
Thank you, sir. Gautam Lahiri. The border situation in West Bengal, particularly with Bangladesh, is becoming very tense, as per the local report suggests. Now, meanwhile, the Home Advisor of the interim government has openly said that they want to review the border agreement or the protocols. My question: whether any formal request has come, or is it possible to review the old agreements which have been done by 2 sovereign nations?
Okay. Reza
from Hindustan Times. One quick China-related query. There are reports suggesting that China is holding up the exports of capital machinery that is needed for plants in India, including for Foxconn. Do we have anything on that?
Okay. Ajay, first on the missing Indian nationals who were serving in the Russian army. On that, we are in touch with several families, and they are also in the know of things. 16 of them are missing. The second question you had on the South China Sea, I don't have an update on that, but you know what our position is, that we want peaceful settlement of all disputes in that region. Gautam, your question regarding border situation. See, we had made our position very clear. We had summoned the acting High Commissioner, and made our position on border fencing very clear. And I would like to reiterate some of the positions, some of the points that we made across to our Bangladeshi counterpart. We remain committed to ensuring a crime-free border in Bangladesh with Bangladesh by effectively addressing cross-border criminal activities, smuggling and trafficking, barbed wire fencing, border lighting, installation of technical devices, and cattle fences are measures that are aimed at securing the border. We expect that all earlier understandings, and this here I would like to underline, our understandings in this regard will be implemented. This is what our expectation is, that all earlier understandings in this regard will be implemented by Bangladesh in a cooperative approach towards combating such crimes. Reza, on exports that are being held back, I don't have an update, but I guess these are matters which pertain to Foxconn and several other Indian private entities, so they would be looking into it, but I shall update if I have anything to add to that. With that, we come to the close of this press conference. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's begin this press briefing. I open the floor for questions. Please.
So this is Soumya Jaiswal from Republic TV. I have 3 questions. One on Binay Babu's motor remains. What is the update on that? Second, the other Indian there, Jay, the family has a lot of issues regarding the info. Is it possible that he could be eligible for India for further treatment? And third, returning from Russia, saying that Russian citizenship, and they were not giving the knowledge about it. Do we have any information on that? As well?
Okay. Reza.
Reza from Hindustan Times. Related question. Russia announced that it stopped recruiting Indian military services in April. And yet we see Indians are dying. Indians are being injured. Do we know how many people are still left there? And why is this continuing? Why is this continuing? PM taking it up twice. PM taking it up twice with the Russian leadership.
Yes, Siddhant.
Sir, Siddhant from Beyond. There has been a growing call inside Bangladesh for early elections. We also saw the US ambassador now saying that Bangladesh should announce elections. What's India's position given that the unelected government has essentially completed its tenure of 2 months?
Mr. Mohan.
Sir, my question is, there is a sort of rumor that America has not invited our Prime Minister. Instead, our Foreign Minister is going there. And today I have learned from some newspapers that China is also sending their representative. So I think that MEA should clear its stand, that what is a stand from America.
Okay. Any more questions on this invitation? Okay, there.
Good afternoon, sir. Dhairya Maheshwari from Sputnik, sir. My question is in regards to the US sanctions announced this week. Sir, Russian companies and around 183 vessels have been sanctioned by the US, and there are reports that India-Russia oil trade could be impacted, and some say that there could be an oil shock for India in store. So would it be possible to clarify, or would it be possible to get a reaction? And sir,